Hi folks, RAYDVD here on the Movie Reviewers 100 channel again. This week we've got another fantastic theme. The themes just seem to be getting better and better as the weeks go on. And this week we're topped a lot so far. We've got the Coen brothers, two of the most iconic, talented film directors in modern movie history. They've done absolutely amazing films, you know. They've also made some sort of dodgy ones as well. But very, very talented guys. You know, they write, they direct, they produce, they edit. So we've had Big Al. He done the remake True Grit, which I haven't seen, but I believe is really, really good. Then we had EJ doing Intolerable Cruelty, if I can say it right. This is another film I've not seen, but EJ gave it a good review, and I look forward to putting that on my watch list for future film viewings. The film I'm going to speak about is the 2000 classic Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? This is one of my all-time favourite Coen brothers films. It's a satirical comedy based on the Greek poem Ulysses. Basic plot is you've got George Clooney here, Tim Blake Nelson and John Turturro. They play escaped convicts from a chain gang in 1937, I believe, Mississippi. You see them at the beginning of the movie, they're all chained up, but they manage to escape and they go on an adventure to find treasure. And this takes them onto various different adventures around the place. You know, they meet interesting people from history, made up people and such. And it's not so much the actual plot line, but it's just the encounters that they have on the way on this adventure to try and find the treasure at the end of the film. So that's the basic plot, you know. And then they become like they record some music at a local sort of recording station. No, radio was just it was about the only sort of media then. They never had television and stuff, so radio was the way that people learned about things, and a lot of that was down to music as well. The music from like Mississippi at that time, it was just fantastic, you know. So they recorded a song and it got played on the radio, and then they were called the Soggy Bottom Boys. They become sort of legends, you know, and nobody knows who they are and stuff. But you hear their songs every once in a while on the radio, you know. So that's the basic plot. But what I want to talk about really is the overall look and feel of the film. You know, it's absolutely amazing to look at. You know, it was one of the first films, I believe, that had digital colour processing in it. And what they've done was they took all the colour and made it into a sepia tone colour to give it that Depression era theme. And it really, really works for the film. Another very important part to the film is the music. You know, the music that was bluegrass music, and this really it's the heart and soul of the film. You know, and there's so many fantastic songs in this. I'm a huge bluegrass music fan. You know, I love that type of music, and this was just icing in the cake. You know. So yeah, so you had like the digital processing to make it sepia toned, then you had the music to add to that, and then you had the three comedy guys. You know, this is like they're like the Three Stooges. They really work off each other, really good. They're just like comedy genius. You know, even like George Clooney, you wouldn't have thought him at the time to be like a comedian, but he shines in this film. He's really good, and he's ably supported by Tim Blake Nelson and John Turturro, the two sort of no simpletons, but George Clooney's the leader. He's the guy that's got the gift of the gab, as he says in the film, you know. And he's always brushing his hair. No, there's one line in the film that just absolutely cracks me up. He's always putting grease in his hair, and he goes to this local shop to try and find it's called Dapper Dan, but the guy tries to palm him off with some other things, and then he turns around and he's like, I don't want no goddamn fop. I'm a Dapper Dan man, you know. And it's just, that line just cracks me up every time I hear it. So really good film. That you'll see in the film that like I says about the music, you know, the music just is absolutely amazing in this film. And this leads me to the album that was released with Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. Actually, it was that successful that they made a concert, and it was called Down from the Mountain, where all the artists that had made the songs or sung the songs in the film, they contributed to this concert, and It really is good. It's a fantastic. What they were doing was, when I bought this DVD, you could buy it in a double bill. You know, you were getting two for the price of one. And this is an absolute amazing concert. It's got all the big stars of folk music, of bluegrass music, and it really was good. You know, it was ably supported. That would be a really good film night if you bought the both of them. It makes a sort of double bill film night. George Clooney is fantastic in this film. I believe that he was coming off TV and he was trying to make himself big in movies and stuff. And this is one of his star roles. It's still one of his best roles, in my opinion. The title, "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" comes from another film. Way back in the 40s was loads of Depression era films, and one of these films was called Sullivan's Travels, I think it was. Let me see, I watched it last year. Let me just see, I've got it on Wikipedia here. Let me see. Sullivan's Travels it was called. No, I don't know if I said Gulliver's Travels. It was a 1941 Sullivan's Travels, and it had that look of the feel. It has "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" has that look and feel of that movie. And George Clooney's got a bit of a Clark Gable thing going in him as well, so it all adds to the overall feel of the film to give it that sort of 1940s Depression era sort of film. So that's my review for the Coen Brothers week. There was so many I was wanting to talk about because the Coen Brothers are just absolutely amazing. There was one on last night as well called Burn After Reading. It's one of the more recent ones, and I would highly recommend that as well. But maybe one of the guys during the week is going to review that. So look forward to look out for the films during the week for the other boys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and leave comments, and bye for now.